Greetings and welcome, everyone. It's an all-you-can-geek Gamecast. I'm one of your hosts, Jim Gast, joined by Mike Sneedy,
What's up?
Corey Feinsad,
Ahoy!
and Tony Korkanakis.
It's a me.
Welcome, guys. Happy Mario Day. Welcome to the Gamecast listeners and viewers. We're live on Twitch Tuesday nights at 8 o'clock. We'd love to have you join us here. If you can't, YouTube's got all the content, so be sure to subscribe to both so you know when we go live or when we post over on YouTube so you can get the notifications. All right, guys, Gamecast. This is, like I said, it's Mario Day. Anybody pick up? There wasn't much in terms of sales. I was like, Nintendo has these sales. They've done this already on these games already. I don't own much of them, but actually I was thinking about getting Thousand Year Door, Paper Mario. I actually haven't played that, and
Oh, it's like the best one, dude.
I know, and it's digitally the same price, and I'm like, yeah. So it's in my cart at Target right now. I'm like, I could just, it's $30. I might just pick it up for digital version of it. By the end of tonight, I might have that already bought and purchased. But the only problem is it's another RPG, and getting into what we've been up to. I've been playing a lot of stuff, but like I said, I couldn't be on last week. I said on the movie cast, but I really wanted to be. But I'll kick it off first of all. I played a lot of Suikoden 1. That game is old. There's a lot of, it's a classic game. There's a lot of grinding. There's a lot of grinding. Like it's the classic RPG where you progress a little and then you grind like crazy and then you progress.
Do they have any modifiers to like make it faster or better?
All they have is the
like...
speed up combat. You can fast forward combat. Ooh. That's really all they added. And it's just like, it's rough.
So they should have want the extra mod because, like, it's funny because talk about FF7 remake and rebirth with Switch versions, which later the updates got ported to the existing systems in PC. Like you just enable like 99.99 damage, like every hit just does 99.99 because it's like, at a certain point, it's like, all right, if you're playing this, like, Suikoden, for example, is aimed at us, boomer generation of gamers. We don't have that much free time, man. Just less cheap. Let's just less cheap.
I will tell you that, like, I'm using I have guides open for this one because, like, I've played this already and I've played the second one already multiple times. I'm not missing a character, and so I'm not. There's not gonna be multiple playthroughs of this game. So these games are designed where you can, if you leave a certain area, they're done. You can't get those characters. So I'm not gonna miss the characters. So I'm following that up. But the game is still so like the story is so good. And the I can't wait for the second one because the second one's even better story. But and I'm playing on the Switch, which is funny because I'm playing it like basically exclusively handheld. I've now become like that is my go-to game system for me traveling and sitting where I'm getting treatments, and then then I have the PlayStation 5 at home or where I brought it with me. So I played Suikoden and I played all of Resident Evil Requiem, which is what I know Tony you'd played through and you beat last week, right? Did you beat it after the podcast though, right? I don't think you talked about it.
You hadn't beat it.
You hadn't beat it,
Correct. Yeah.
So
after the podcast.
We can talk about that now. Requiem, phenomenal game. Definitely on my list of the year already. It's unbelievable. I had an amazing playthrough. Such good stories. Oh my God. You can just tell stories about it. That's what it's a good game. Like the individual experiences with the zombies is just crazy to talk about. What you could do with things, the way you could, it was funny because for my playthrough, and I'll get, your thoughts of the ending, but for my playthrough, when I got to play as Leon in the beginning parts of these games, I had done so much work already as, Grace. Thank you, Grace. I had done so much work as Grace already, like clearing out the zombies, that there was not much for Leon to just shoot. Which was
really? Wow, interesting.
Yeah, I did a lot of work with her. I cleaned out so much stuff. So his playthroughs were like, by the time I got to like his area, like his area, I had so much ammo. I was like loaded with him. It was So I was basically playing Devil May Cry with Leon, essentially.
Those are all the memes too. It's like Grace's point of view, and it's like a horror game. Resident Evil, it's like you are Dante. It's like Devil May Cry.
I will tell you, man, that the game was intense for me. I was getting treatment and I had nothing else to do.
Because it was in a
I had nothing else to do, but I was playing that and like hour increments and then stopping because I'm like, I gotta take a break. I can't keep doing this right now. And I would take like a 30 to 40 minute break and come back to it. But I'm like, it was funny because the whole staff, like there are people that are working, they're coming in, they're like, is that the new Resident Evil? I'm like, yeah. They're like, oh my God, I can't see this right now. I'm gonna go home and play it. And I'm like,
Really?
yeah.
Funny.
So, but I said, yeah, the one guy came in the clean up to get the garbages, and I was at the ending, and I was like, dude, you might. I'm like, he came in before, and I'm like, dude, this you don't want to see this part. He's like, are you at the end? I'm like, yeah, I'm finishing it right now. I paused it on him. I'm like, so you don't get any of it. I'll leave it paused. But it was, I mean, it's a phenomenal game, and it's funny because I have played so few Resident Evils myself. I played 2 when it rebooted, 3, which was not a great reboot, but it was a fun game. I still have never played 4 all the way through.
Oh,
I know.
dude, you need to go back and play 4
I
now.
know
You
it's
need
probably
to play 4.
happening now. And then this game essentially is what I jumped to. I don't know what it was about this game that just hooked me. It just hit at the right spot for me, I guess, and it's phenomenal. I like I said on the previous podcast, the 2 different play styles still worked awesome. Like it was truly like, oh shit, what am I gonna do here? To oh, I'm just gonna shoot the shit out of everything here. That's it. I'm gonna kick you in the face, and I'm gonna. That's what it turned into.
It goes from oh shit, what am I gonna do to oh shit, what are they gonna do?
Yeah, you're trapped in here with me now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So, but yeah, I love the game the entire way through, and I don't want to give any spoilers because it's so new, but
Yeah.
I liked. I guess I picked the right ending for myself, so I liked what I got. But how about you, Tony? How would you think of the whole playthrough now?
Yeah, amazing. Definitely worthy of the accolades and sales it's gotten so far. Critical acclaim.
Yeah.
It's one of those things where Resident Evil for me peaked with 4 back in the day, because 5 and 6 were just like, holy crap, just terrible.
Yeah.
And then 7, I was like, okay, they're cooking a little bit. They're trying something really original here with the first person view, completely new protagonist and whatnot. 8, I think.
Let me stop. Did you play Grace as first person or third?
First person.
Oh, so I played third. I was like, nope, not happening.
Ooh,
I know.
Dude, you missed out
on
on some of the experience. No, it's okay. It's okay.
Yeah,
but I will say, playing it in first person does make it feel so much more intense because obviously you can't see behind you, and there were times when I'm like rushing, and all of a sudden I get grabbed, and it's like frustrating.
That's still happening in third person.
Yeah, exactly. But 9 is just fantastic. It merges both a blend of the survival horror that they're going with the traditional angle, but then also the newer RE, because again, how can you make Leon Kennedy act scared when he's mowed down like 1,000 zombies?
Yeah, he's been through this so many times at this point. Yeah.
He's a veteran at this.
Yeah.
So, I'm looking forward to it. We'll get into it in the news, but DLC is coming for the game, so super looking forward to that. And apparently, there's a lot of Easter eggs, but apparently we have a lot more remakes and new games to look forward to in the next couple of years.
We're going to talk about that shortly. The other game I'm playing right now is God of War Ragnarok. So I started that up. I figured might that grab your attention. They so far I'm only at the first new area, the warmth area, with the water. What is it called? Yar. It's a weird name. I can't pronounce the name. There's no chance.
I don't remember. It's been a little bit. I've played it. Played that one only once. I played the first one twice, leading up until release. So it all blurs together now to me.
I will tell you the way it started for me. I was like, the story was not quite grabbing immediately. Like the first game, the first one on PS5, like instantly I was into that. This time around, it took a while for me to get what I'm doing here. So once I got to this new area, like now the story's starting to hit more with everything. I also like the upgrade system quite a bit. I really, really like the RPG elements they put into this more. Again,
disgusting.
I know, but for me, it adds something more that I'm looking forward, like upgrading this armor, upgrading this axe.
I'm the same way. I like that. So
yeah. So I just it looks incredible. I have to say, like, they did an amazing job with that game. And I know it's older. I'm sorry I'm talking about it so long, but they did a fantastic job. So, like I said, I'm playing 2 games at the same time now, which I don't usually do. I like to focus on one game, but thanks to the Switch, I can switch back and forth. It's one's on the road and one's here at home. So it's been a lot of Suikoden, which might be 1,000-Year Door. I might pick up, might be changing. But anyways, that's it for me though. Tony, how about more for you?
So another, I guess, record-breaking game came out shortly after Resident exactly 1 week. But
Oh
Slay the
yeah,
Spire
that's right.
2
Slay the
has
Spire.
been
Yeah.
absolutely addicting. I foresee myself playing this game for hundreds of hours already.
Mm.
Because I'm thinking I'm already at like 15, which may not be accurate because I leave the game running while I go do things, and I'm like, because it's so easy to be like, hold on, let me think about what I want to do in this turn. Because especially for elites or boss monsters, you really want to take your time and plan out your moves because it is one of those things where, like, one wrong move and you can be completely fucked. I have a clip. I forget if I no, I did share it in Discord
Yeah.
where I won with 1 HP left. 1 HP. Because I'm looking at the math, I'm like, no, this works, and I'm triple checking, double check, triple check. I'm like, this works. It still was like very heart inducing. Where like, oh, I hope, please tell me I didn't forget like a buff or a debuff or whatever. Because there have been times where I'm like, oh, I did the math wrong, and then just get a wipe. But it's very rewarding. The new characters are cool, and there's online co-op. So I mean, that's what I wanted from a sequel. So just
Yeah.
awesome. I think
That's a
Corey,
cool
you've
idea.
been playing it.
Corey.
Yeah, I think I put about the same amount of hours in as you have.
Whoa.
Nice.
Look at
Yeah.
that.
It's super addicting. It's just like it's so easy to just like start up another run, play the game. It's like one more like
One
you're in the
more,
middle
one
of a
more.
run and you're like one more battle, one
Yep,
more battle. It's just like so simple. And then like every run is so different, even though you're
yep.
playing the same character every time, like or
You
how
can.
like
You don't
you
have
want
to. You don't have to.
right, like it's up to you what character you want to play. But every time you play as a character, it is completely different because
Yes. Yeah.
the relics, which are like ongoing buffs or modifiers that you get, are going to be different. The cards that you receive that go into your starter deck is going to be different in the order that you get them and how you pick it. So building your deck, it's just like a whole nother level of how do I want this run to go, and like, all right, they're kind of pushing me in this direction, so I want to
Yep.
maybe focus on this aspect of the character. Where like the Necro is my favorite character in this
Oh,
game
she's
right
so
now,
good, dude. She's so good.
and she's got this Doom mechanic, which is kind of like a countdown timer almost, where it's like gotta get their health to a certain point and then just die. The enemies just will die, but you're not really damaging them at all. You're just like getting them like you need to get to that threshold still, and so you can like lean into the Doom mechanic, or you might want to lean into like I'm gonna just draw cards constantly and keep drawing cards, and every time I draw cards, I'm gonna damage my opponent, and it's like my deck is just I'm cycling through my entire deck in like one turn and just damaging my opponent every time.
Yep.
So
And she has a
it's
minion, like a necromancer from Diablo
yeah,
or something
and
like
she's got
that.
like this
So
little hand thing that is part of it. So like you can buff that guy and then like make him like super strong and whatever. So it's like there's so many avenues that you can go down with each character that like you can explore totally new mechanics again within each
and
character,
play
even though
through.
it's like,
Yeah.
oh, this is the poison character. Well, actually this guy's got other things going on too. So but then, like Tony said, you throw in the multiplayer, and now it's just like a whole nother aspect because now you're thinking, all right, who needs to hit first because they're gonna
Yep.
apply a buff or
Yep.
debuff.
Exactly.
Who like don't like what do you do? Don't stop. Like wait, we gotta think about this. It's like now it's like oh I have these. I'm just gonna throw. In. It's like oh why'd you wait? Like oh I have these
Yep.
potions. Like and so now you're just like constantly like trying to make
Yeah.
sure that you're optimized and synergizing and doing all these different little
Yeah. I
things
was.
that the board game brought to it. Like that's what I love the board game so much. Is
Yeah.
like it brought that to it,
Inspired that.
and
Yeah.
now it's in the video game. It's like oh no, am I gonna go back to the board game now? It's like
That dude. That's honestly what I was thinking. I was like, man, it is so much easier to get Corey and Jim and myself to just play this online rather than be like, all right, we need to find time, travel, set
yeah,
because like that board is so humongous and stuff. But yeah,
board
it
game
was
is
funny
so
because
great because of the co-op,
yeah,
and now this is giving that same feeling, which is amazing. So yeah, highly recommend. It is a very affordable, like $25 or something like that,
yeah,
and
It's like
you're gonna
on
get
sale.
hundreds of hours out of this.
good.
And
You made the right
Steam
choice
Deck,
this
man.
weekend. You made the right choice this weekend, Corey.
Oh,
Talk about concurrent users on Steam.
yeah,
Oh
I
yeah.
think it's top 10 now or something like that. Insane.
it's crazy.
Like 500 something
Ooh, it's
thousand
just
Yeah, I
concurrent
so
had that on
users.
this
easy to
one. Yeah.
just get it going and just play. That's the thing. It's like now it's about convenience sometimes, It's like
Yeah,
just want to get it running and like you can. Like, oh, I'm gonna play
right.
a couple of
That's it.
rounds.
Yeah, we talk about it, because all these games want so much of your time, right? And like for me, it's like I don't care. Like budget is a factor, but it's not the factor. So it's like if you're promising a $70, AAA experience, but I need to dedicate all this time to it, fuck that. I'd rather just have a good time.
And it's like I love Borderlands, playing Borderlands a bunch still, but it's like I feel like I accomplished so much more in an hour of Slay the Spire than I do in Borderlands.
Yeah.
Yep.
So cool. I might check that out instead. I don't know.
Maybe so no marathon. No marathon.
Yeah. So marathon, by the way, is not doing very well. I know we're in the
we'll get to that.
We'll get into that, but
no, there's no time. Slay the Spire is to take up all the time. There's no time for that. Ain't got no time for that.
All right, Tony. Anything else for you or no? Corey, nothing else.
No. Right, Borderlands and Slay the Spire.
Mike.
So I've finished the Dark Ties section of Yakuza Kiwami 3/Dark Ties. The side content in that is way longer than the actual like story. There's only 3 chapters in the story, but then there's like 7 hours of side content. So it's an interesting thing, and you're taking the perspective of one of the villains of 3. It's a different vibe, and this is all new content, unlike the base game. It's fine. It's not. I feel like they made it just to sort of justify the like price tag a little bit, because the older game is a little shorter than what you typically have in a Yakuza game, but it was still good. Still like it. The fighting style that you have with this character is unique and interesting, and the side content is pretty good actually. So it was fine. It was good, but I'm not like over the moon for it. And then otherwise, I've moved on to Metroid Dread now.
Nice.
I bought that.
Nice.
And I'm playing that. After playing all the other 2D Metroids kind of in a row, the first impression of this was pretty bad. Didn't like the Emmy stuff. Found it kind of tedious. Still do a little bit. And I got stuck somewhere because I did not believe that the game wanted me to backtrack 2 areas to get what I needed to get. Because these older games are more like, you're funneled a little more. And here I was just like stuck. I refused to believe it. And then I just did it. I'm like, oh, this is where I was supposed to go. I don't know what I did. Because after that point too, it really shepherds you around much better. So I don't know if I did something weird, somehow like broke the sequence or not, but now I'm just bouncing back and forth between areas and getting what I need as I go, almost as intended it seems like. But during that early part, I just was wandering around everywhere I could go until I found what I needed, and it was a little annoying. But
I remember there was one backtrack that was a bit, because you go back towards the beginning on the other side of it, I think, if I remember right.
Well, so I was relatively early in like the 3rd area.
Okay.
And I was facing one of the Emmy situations there, and I thought like the previous area that there was some little exit off of the Emmy area that I had to go to find like what I needed, but that wasn't the case. I had to backtrack through the 2nd area all the way to halfway through the 1st area to find the upgrade I needed, and I honestly didn't believe it. So I like wasted a bunch of time just running into that Emmy area, getting killed, looking for like what doorway I was missing. So I was a little annoyed at that. But after that, you're just bouncing around all these areas, getting all these upgrades, doing lots of different stuff. So it feels better as I go further into it and get more of the upgrades. I do appreciate that this is a direct sequel to all the games I just played.
Yeah.
Super, Zero Mission, Fusion, and Samus Returns. So we'll see how it goes. It's pretty good so far.
Cool.
I'm probably like halfway through now already.
Yeah.
So it's not like too long.
This is the orange one, Tony, if I'm thinking. The orange one, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I was thinking that. I was like, I know which one Jim was upset about.
I can't wait to hear about that.
I understood it too, because like even I was like, oh my god, this. Like, I didn't have a problem with most of the Emmys, but that one. Fuck this.
Yeah.
Fuck this.
The one I'm currently on seems ridiculous to me. It's
when you see the orange.
Purple.
Oh.
Because there's like nowhere you can move in that area without it hearing you. It seems like at all. So I'm just running through it, with fully alerting it, because
Yeah.
and the goal for the thing you need to fight it is so far away. It's so far away. I opened up the map and I'm like, oh no. But I've learned, like, don't even think about that. Just get shepherded where you need to go to get the upgrades you need to go. Don't deviate yet.
Yeah.
Just do what the game is telling you to do. So
Yeah.
I'm trying to get more on the same page with, the developers, like the intended design, because when I wasn't this game, when you don't, like I was early on, the game kind of is a mess. But still good. This has been a fun journey through all of them.
Cool. All right. I mentioned some news already during what we've been up to. Let's get into Resident Evil real quick. Resident Evil has sold more than 5 million copies now at this point of the game. It's super successful. I think it took, timeline-wise, Resident Evil 4. It was 5 days, yeah. I'm just saying compared to like RE4 remake and stuff like that, it's the fastest.
It was 3 months, I think, for RE4 remake or something like that. So fastest selling,
Yeah, 5 days. Today, right? Nakanishi, the director of the game, announced, bonus content coming for the game. So we've got story DLC expansions coming. That's the big news. There's a photo mode and a mini game releasing, but there's two story mode DLCs, right? Being made.
Yes.
Yeah. So, and they didn't mention it was going to be this year, though, right? They may not be this year.
No, I don't think it'll be this year.
Yeah, I don't think so either. But so there'll be a Leon one probably and a Grace one is what I'm assuming for the two, or maybe not.
Or do we get a third character?
There was a third character. Yeah, there was a rumor for that possibly. So we'll see. But yeah, it was a fun announcement the way he did it with his pictures.
Yeah, it's funny because he had printouts of all these pictures, and he's like, slowly, he's like, oh wait, hold on. And it's like all these mock images of like spin-off. Like one of them was like Grace and Leon as cats, Resident Evil Biohazard. One was like Requiem for Leon, but it was like a dating simulation game. One was like a puzzle, like Puzzle and Dragons type game, and it was just like, oh my god.
Yep.
So they're having fun with it.
Yeah. And we'll see what the mini game's gonna be releasing in May. So we'll have the mini game, whatever that's gonna be. So
yeah, it'll probably be either a mercenaries mode or kind of like a horde mode or something like that. So those are always fun.
Cool. So we mentioned Slay the Spire has now passed 500,000 concurrent users on Steam. So
I will say about Slay the Spire, the board game is getting an expansion.
Reprint, yeah.
And reprint. And that's coming March 24th for the Kickstarter.
Yep. I saw that.
Nice.
I'm like, ooh.
Nice.
But I'm like, I already have the video game.
Now you got the video game, yeah. But yeah, that's crazy. Over 500,000.
Yeah,
it's concurrent people.
It's way up on the boards. Way up on the Steam boards.
It's really funny because they tweeted out something on release day, which did not mean to come across as snarky. But then after the weekend kept going on and the concurrent users, they said something like, "Oh, congrats to Bungie for launching their game. Don't let small indie game get in your way." Just being kind of like cheeky. But this is before all the CCU numbers are coming out, and now it's like, oh, were they just being dicks? And it's like, no. They weren't trying to be dicks. It's just how it panned out.
There was was that one of the guys that worked on Scott Pilgrim EX came out as well.
Yeah, he mentioned.
Yeah, he was like, listen, he's like, these games are fantastic and enjoy playing these games. So please check out our game when you have a chance. It's really hard to launch a game in this month. Or something. It was like crazy what he said today. I was like, oh my god. But yeah, it's really hard to pick a release date, is what he said. So, but yeah. We got news last week on Control Resonant, right? Was that on? That was it was afterwards, after your podcast. So not a Souls-like game. Sounds more like Devil May Cry and Bayonetta.
Yeah.
Not Ninja Gaiden. So we're gonna be aiming for a solid 60 frames per second on all platforms. So that'll be good. At least it's fluid. What do you think, Mike? I know you're
the Remedy guy.
Yeah.
I am a Remedy guy, but I don't know if like I got this impression from the previous gameplay they showed that it was going to be more, hack and slash or whatever, but it still doesn't seem quick enough.
That's it. That's what I got from it. I agree with you, and that's what I said too. Like, I got that vibe from it before. It just didn't seem fluid enough. So.
And I'm not sure it looks more interesting to me than the sort of telekinesis-based gameplay of the first Control.
Yeah.
But I mean, I can be proven wrong. It could feel great, but I'm still skeptical of this, direction. I don't know if this is a gameplay style you can kind of pull off on your first try, but maybe they will.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, I obviously have to check it out. I'm a fan of Devil May Cry, and I love the first Control game. So for me, I'm just hoping it's fluid. So we'll see. Other news we've got Nintendo filing lawsuits against the United States. Basically for tariffs imposed on them. There's a few companies that have been doing this, suing the United States government for tariffs. Interesting idea. I don't know how it's going to pan out with things, but they don't file like lawsuits without.
Well, I mean, the Supreme Court, ruled it, so they have to. Like,
yeah, you have to.
It's a matter of like you might get money if you do, but you definitely don't get money if you don't. So
yeah.
And again, Nintendo launching a new system last year, right in the middle of all that shit.
In the middle of tariffs. They had to hold the announcement because they didn't know what they were going to charge at first. Yeah.
Yeah, they didn't know what they were going to charge. So
yeah,
whatever, get that bag.
Yeah.
Plus interest.
On the other side, in the hardware world, Microsoft Gaming CEO Asha Sharma has confirmed the Xbox Next Gen console is in fact releasing right now called Project Helix. Will also play PC. It is a PC. I'm sorry, guys. It is a PC. They're giving you a PC in a box to put on your TV. That's what this is going to be. And it's going to be expensive. I heard $1,000 and up, depending on what it's going to be.
Yeah. Well, my dream of below $700 Steam Deck is not.
No.
So even Steam had to say something like, we're really trying to make the 2026 launch, but
I don't think it's happening. I don't think it's happening now.
This RAM stuff is insane.
If they want to hit the price point, they think that they want if they're gonna try to hit under $1,000, then it's not happening this year.
No, I agree. Like, there's no chance with the prices. You just can't do it. And like, Microsoft doesn't even want to sell you a system, so like, they don't care. I mean, this is it for them.
Like I said, Steam Deck.
I honestly think, again, just to repeat myself a bit from a couple of weeks ago, I'm sure they know there's no way in hell that a more expensive Xbox is going to be the remedy to their problems, right?
No, this is
just okay. This is the way to kill Xbox finally.
Well,
this is going to be the Wii U.
I think.
Where's our marathon?
Yeah, I mean, it may not be to kill Xbox, but it's definitely to kill their. It's definitely to kill their consoles. They've already put too much into this to cancel it at this point. That's what they. That's what they looked at.
No, that's not true, Jim. That is not true. You can pull the plug at any time.
You probably could. You're probably right.
And you probably save more money, and you can write it off.
Yes.
No, it's not, but it's about the optics, Corey. It's about the optics. Because Asha came in and was just like, hey, we're killing Xbox. We're not even going to try next gen. Everybody would hate. And again, I don't really think she cares that people hate her, but at least she'd be like, hey, I gave you guys a chance, and you fucked it up.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That's it.
Well, it's fair, and it's got to look like good on her resume when she's like walking out the door with her parachute of gold, and it's like, my next venture. That wasn't my fault, guys. They asked me to do that.
Yep.
Yeah. I specialize in AI.
I inherited this Xbox project, right? Because it was Sarah Bond's thing.
Yeah, absolutely. So we'll see. It's going to get sunsetted, like we said. Unfortunately, more bad news. All three things at the end here are bad news. Sorry, everybody. EA lays off staff across all Battlefield studios.
That just dropped off ridiculous numbers.
There was there's nothing unique about that game. Like, it was like, oh, cool, Battlefield's back. Everyone played it for like a week or two.
It was amazing for that week.
There's a lot of hype for that game at first because it was so good, and then So, but yeah, I mean, it's not good. It's Criterion, DICE, Ripple Effect, and Motive Studios. Unknown number at this point, but laid off a whole bunch of people. So,
yeah, definitely if you're BioWare, you should start sweating bullets.
Yeah, BioWare is
absolutely. That was my projection. That was my safe projection that Dragon Age did not do what it needed to do, and who knows if they're even going to do Mass Effect at this point. And my realistic scenario is, they just get shuffled and shuttered into a Battlefield studio. But now that's not even looking like a probable scenario. So
no.
Yikes.
So, and then other bad news, NetEase has informed employees at Nagashi Studio, which is the like a Dragon creator, Nagashi, who's founded it. They're going to cease all funding in May, and they have that game they're working on. They just previewed for us. What was it called?
Gang of Dragon.
Gang of Dragon.
Yeah.
That's what they're working on. There's no chance they'll be ready by May. They have no funding.
So apparently they needed like 44 million extra to finish it, and NetEase is like, nope, we're done. So now he's looking for funding elsewhere. Otherwise, I don't know if this game is going to come out.
It's not happening. There's nobody like, and this is what I've been saying for a little while is that all these studios or all these companies rather, both Chinese and Saudi Arabia, they're pulling out of the market because everybody saw the pandemic highs, right? They're like, oh shit, gaming is booming because obviously when you're locked at home, there's really not much you can do but play video games, and then they didn't see that infinite growth afterwards, and interest rates are high. We're on the verge of a financial disaster globally, right? Let alone
always teetering,
recession,
always
America,
teetering,
right?
Yep.
So the AAA games doesn't make sense anymore, and it's unfortunate because 5 years ago when they poached him, right, from Sega, it made sense back then. But as I always say, once you see something that's a hit, a surefire thing, it's like, oh, we need one of these. We need a Fortnite. We need an Overwatch, whatever it is, right? Market is way different in 5 years, and it's just gotten faster since then. So it's unfortunate because he's not getting that funding from NetEase, and that was the low-hanging fruit. Who are you going to? EA? Microsoft? Ubisoft? None of these companies are going to pick up that game and pay off the bill because not only is
they're all trying
the
to
44 mil to finish the game, it's also what the studio invested additionally. So I would just spitball that and double that, 88 million to 100 million.
I would assume it's
nobody's doing that.
Yeah,
nobody's going to pony that up because you can just make your own game for that much money.
Yeah,
which is really unfortunate because now we're out potential new IP, and what's Nagoshi going to do? I mean, Kojima had a golden parachute, right? Which is good for him. Sony just opened up rolled out the red carpet for him, but that was that was an exception. It wasn't the rule.
Yeah,
so,
that's
and
it.
it's a little more high profile too. It's not like
it was
Yakuza games are selling Metal Gear Solid numbers. So
exactly.
So yeah, it's not good. So that's it for the news I have. Wait, did I miss something? You said we're gonna mention? No, I mentioned the DLC. I think that's it for the news.
Looking to see if there's anything that came out before.
Yeah, I don't know. It's gonna be an interesting year for games, so we're gonna see where we end up with stuff. Resident Evil is such a great I know there's been other games before this, but like kickoff for like amazing games for the year. For me, like it's just it was end of February. I get those other games. Crimson Desert is coming out. I don't think that game's gonna be for me. I don't know.
Interesting.
I don't think I'm grabbing that game. It's just too big. So, like it's 130 hours or something like that. Like it just seems like crazy. I don't need a game that big.
I think the Golden Path they said was like 60, but yeah.
Oh, I thought it was over 100 still, but I don't know. We'll see about if that game
Marathon numbers. I want to talk more about that because that didn't break 100,000 concurrent users on Steam in its launch weekend, which is bad.
Yeah.
Bad.
That's what it was. That
the Concord.
Yeah, and we also have,
here.
Did you guys mention Highguard last week already? That was shut down. Was that last week?
Yeah,
it was.
Okay.
Yeah,
we
okay.
did.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, these games that are coming out, like we've talked about them on the podcast, previewed them. They just didn't have. They don't. You need to have something like special to make it now. You have to have something, and they're just very generic. I guess just not working.
It's interesting because I've watched a little bit of the streams and seen some chatter on forums, Reddit, Twitter, etc. And my biggest takeaway is that once again, Bungie just underestimates the onboarding process.
Yeah.
On how easy and accessible it is to get into these other games. Like Arc Raiders, I don't think it's as good of a shooter as Bungie can make, 100%. But the onboarding process is way easier. Things are much more manageable, easier to understand in general. The crafting, the items, it's very, detailed on what you need and what you need to do. And I'm watching some of this marathon crap, and I'm just like, what is this? Like the person I'm watching doesn't even know what it is. Like,
Yeah,
what is
yeah,
this going on? And not only meant to mention that, the TDK, the time to kill on that is absurd. Where it's just like you blink and you're dead. I'm just like, is that like why are you an extraction extreme PvP shooter? You're limiting yourself, in my opinion, to a very narrow audience because who likes to get fucked in a video game where it's like, oh yeah, I lost again. Great, like to somebody else. It's just not what the extraction shooter like genre is supposed to be about, right? One of the big things is there's no save pocket, right? Like in Arc Raiders, you have one save pocket as long as you load in with an augment. And even the granddaddy of all this, Tarkov, which is the most hardcore version of this, they even have a safety pocket. But Marathon, Bungie knows better. Marathon, fuck you. You don't get a save pocket, and it's
yeah.
just absurd. It's Bungie hubris at its finest. And again, I'm not going to root for them to close down, but Sony can't be happy with these results.
No, definitely not.
No, they've failed on both of their like shooters that they've been hoping to
Yeah,
like
yeah.
have going for years and kind of be cash cows, and it's gonna be rough over there. People
And they
are gonna
bought them
lose
for this
jobs.
games as a service. They
Yes, they
bought
did.
them because of their specialty and expertise with Destiny.
Yeah. So
And even Destiny 2 numbers, I think, dropped below either
I mean,
10,000,
they're some of
I
the
think.
lowest that they've been. So
Yeah, the
yeah,
lowest ever. And it's just,
yeah,
man, Bungie's an expensive studio. Talked about it last week. They're an expensive studio to run because they're in a
yeah.
major city. They have a huge amount of staff. I think it's at least 300 to 400.
it's more than that.
So,
I think.
yeah,
Yeah,
is it?
yeah. Like, 'cause I know
Okay.
when they're like, at Destiny's peak, they had like 700 people.
700. Yeah,
So they
yeah.
have, so they have a high
So,
overhead. Yeah, that's not good.
high overhead.
Yeah.
And like I mean, I'm not going to say it's impossible to come back from Marathon, but we have not seen a live action service or live service game do that kind of thing.
Yeah.
No,
Um,
it's gonna be rough because now, like, if you're gonna just say this game's done for, then you have all this time and effort that all these people put in,
mhm.
and like, there's nothing else, right? Because they were planning on this game being a game that's gonna be an
It,
annual money maker for them, and so it's like, well, yeah, you're not gonna start another project right away while this is going because it's an ongoing games as a
well,
service.
that was the confusing part is because they had this weird messaging that it's like, oh, we're still going to be doing Destiny stuff, and it's like, are you like, are you moving to Destiny 3 or not? Because and also like you're competing with yourself here, right? Like if you're transitioning people from Destiny 2 to Marathon, okay, sure, I guess, but it doesn't look like you're getting that much of them. I mean, even if you took the people that like right before Marathon launched, even if you looked at the CCU numbers from Destiny 2 and the expectation of whatever didn't come across, like, I don't know, half or something. So what, maybe 20,000 people came over and your CCUs were below 100? That's not a good look, man. If you poached the majority of your Destiny 2 players, you couldn't get fresh new players from PC and console? Like, that is dire, man.
Yeah.
That is
No,
dire.
Do we
that's
know
not good.
what their like console numbers are or not?
We don't have numbers. We don't, the only thing people have been paying attention to is rankings on like top played, most sold kind of things. And it's there like in the top 10 to 20 range, depending on the country and stuff. So it's very worrying. It's still drastically below stuff like Arc Raiders,
Yeah.
Call of Duty, Battlefield. I think on one it was even under Halo Infinite. Is like, bro,
Not
bro,
good.
how are you doing worse than Halo Infinite? Like
Oh,
at this
not
point,
good. So, all right. Well, on that note,
shit.
that's gonna wrap
Yeah.
up
On that dour
this
note,
episode of the Gamecast. Yeah, that's gonna wrap it up, folks. Once again, we're live on Twitch Tuesday nights at 8 o'clock. Please join us for these broadcasts. You can chat with us, leave us a comment. Also, we're over on YouTube, so if you can't catch these live broadcasts, be sure to go over there because everything's over there. It stays there forever. You can always watch any of the old episodes, go back to it. That's gonna wrap it up for this week, though. We will see you next week. We are out.